About a 2005 Nissan 350z convertible with 82,000 miles. We'll talk about some of the pros and cons, what to look out for, and my overall impressions. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike the Baldadonis, and I buy and sell cars as a hobby, and I bring you guys along with me showing the pros and cons of each vehicle that I buy. Deal with me for a few minutes, okay? It's a little bit of a story. I do buy cars, and I love convertibles. I had a friend reach out saying that her girlfriend wants a convertible. I was like, cool, because I'm looking for cars. I sold off a few cars already, plenty of money in my pocket, and I'm looking for 2 or 3 cars. I got on the phone with my friend's friend. I was asking her all the good questions, all the questions that you should be asking. How much do you want to spend on the car? Do you want a fuel efficient? Do you want a high performance convertible? You want an automatic, a stick? How many miles do you want it? How many miles do you want on it? You know, give or take. What are you really looking for? So she was like, well, I don't know. I was like, okay, well, I'm looking at a 2005 350Z convertible in the morning. I showed her a picture. I said, is this something that you'd be interested in? She was like, hell yeah. I was like, all right, cool. So now in the back of my head, I already think I have a buyer. So I go out, look at the car. Now the owner was pretty honest on his ad. 82,000 miles, brand new top, had brand new tires in the front, it had a brand new battery, oil change, and it was just state inspected. And he did say that it had tree sap on the car. Now the tree sap was old, and when I went to look at the car, we go through a pollen season here in New England, and it's pretty brutal. You can wipe off or wash a car 7, 10, 15 minutes later. So that'd be a whole bunch of pollen back on it. So when I went to look at the car, it looked pretty good. I can see the tree sap, you know, and it's old. And I was like, oh, in the back of my head, I was like, well, what takes off tree sap is rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer. But it was so old that, you know, it's probably going to need a wet sanding and buff it out. So I was like, all right, not a problem. But the clear bra that was on the car was also so old that you can see the dirt around the clear bra, and you can see how beat up it was. It did its job, that's for sure. But we call that a 10-footer here in New England. You look at a car, it looks great from 10 feet, and this car fits the bill. Now, I have a friend that owns European Auto Solutions in Hudson, New Hampshire. His name is Dave, and I took the car to the shop. So you're gonna see, if you're not from New England and you're from, you know, the West Coast, Florida, you don't know what rust looks like underneath a car, well, you're gonna get a treat. So I took the car to Dave to have it inspected, just to make sure that it will pass inspection for whoever buys the car. So check out the rust underneath the car. Okay, that's kind of a lot of surface rust, right? But that's the way it is here in New England. If the car's not garaged or, you know, oiled underneath the car, that's what it looks like. All right, so when I get home, if you're new to my channel, I detail my cars and I make a little video thing. So it's detail time. So one of the issues that I had with this car, it was nothing mechanically, well, sorta, it was the top. I had a big issue with the top. Now, if you held down the button and you let go by accident, the roof would just stay where it is. And you can't get the roof to go back down or up by pressing the button. So this happened to me 3 times. The first time when I got in the car, I forgot to unlatch it. So I pressed the button and all of a sudden the back of the rear window where the mechanism is, it popped. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I called the owner, he told me, this happens. Go back of the car, go in the middle of the window, pop it back down. I'm like, okay, cool. And it worked. I was like, good. Second time it happened, I was out in my driveway over here and I forgot that the backside of the top was coming down. I let go of the button. Next thing you know, the whole top is sticking up. I'm like, oh my God. So I had to get a friend to come over because I was like so confused and I was online trying to find out what's going on, but I knew it was still part of that sensor. I knew that. And when my friend came over, it's a 2-man job, people. So if this happens to you and your roof is sticking up or in any kind of weird situation that you can only press the button because your foot has to be on the brake and the button has to be pressed by your finger, there's no way to get to the back. So you need somebody to lift up a little bit so that sensor feels it and then the mechanism works. So then I WD-40'd where the mechanism is and I didn't have a problem since. That was a relief because I was like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Now we're gonna talk about some of the pros and cons. The pros, with nearly 300 horsepower, it's pretty damn quick. It rides really smooth. It is an automatic. I would have bought the 6-speed, but you know, I was kind of buying this for that woman. Has a Bose stereo system. I have the touring package, which means heated leather seats. I think it's the 18-inch wheels over the 17s. What else? The power top, all that stuff. Everything is fully loaded and everything works. Cold AC included. Cons. There's a little bit of con stuff, right? It's rear-wheel drive. You're in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, or New England. You're not going to get a lot of use of it in the wintertime. Gas pig, because it is a 6-cylinder. I'm 6'4", at the moment. I'm still 6'4", but I'm shrinking. I'm 6'4", at the moment, 235 pounds, and driving the car is really fun, but I am like I fit like a glove, and there was no room. I mean, it was enjoyable for around town, but after 15, 20 minutes, maybe a half hour, it was uncomfortable. I don't know how the coupes are because there might be some more room, but the convertible, a little bit on the tight side for me. I enjoyed the stereo system, like I said. More cons are you're gonna have to do the timing chains eventually on this engine. All car manufacturers have something going on with their vehicles. This one happens to have a timing chain that needs to be replaced at some point. Apparently this one is an oil burner as well. 05, this seems to consume oil. I'm not saying burn oil, but it does consume a little bit of oil. But a lot of performance cars consume oil. Cons. There's a few things, but nothing major that you have to worry about all the time. But being it's an automatic, I would definitely change the automatic transmission fluid every 40, 50,000 miles just to be on the safe side. And if you're in New England or somewhere that has snow and salt, these cars do rust up underneath pretty good, as you can see. So I did find a buyer. A friend of mine that I haven't seen in 12 years, I happened to see him one day and I told him about the car. He came 2 days later, loved it. And I do have a 2014 Mercedes CLA that I was having the wheels refurbished. Now, while that was happening, my friend's here looking at the car. The person, Ray, that does my wheels, happened to come by, put the wheels on, and my friend Bobby says, "Oh, can you do that to my car?" I'm like, yeah, not a problem. So let's check it out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Ray, owner and operator of RMD Wheel Solutions. Here today with Mike. We refinished all 4 of his wheels on the 350z Nissan today. Same day service. I did a cosmetic repair. He had some curb rash on it. He wanted to make it nice and fresh. So that's what we did today. But if you guys want to reach out to me, you can contact me at 978-866-7331. That's my cell. Or you can reach me at my email, rmd87@gmail.com, or at Facebook, RMD Wheel Solutions LLC, and Instagram also.
So this 2005 Nissan 350z convertible, my friend is going to be very happy with it. 82,000 miles, brand new roof, everything works. Refurbished wheels. The only thing he has to do is do that paint correction. Maybe hopefully it's just a wet sand and a buff to get all that stuff out, get that clear bar off, and that car will be looking spectacular. Let's see, I get 2 more car videos coming up. 2003 Audi TT convertible, 2014 Mercedes CLA 4MATIC with the sport package, gets 39 miles per gallon. I'm digging that car at the moment because the gas is so high. If you guys own one of these cars, please, in the description, not the description, in the comments, in the comment section, leave the comments of what problems you had with a 350z. All right, but I mean, besides the normal wear and tear stuff, I think these cars are pretty damn good. When I drive it, I'm telling you, it drove really nice. It has a nice feel to the steering wheel. You know, it feels like a performance car, and I like it. I like it a lot. All right, guys, until the next video, Baldadonis out.